Good evening, everybody. So, it is Throwback Thursday, and it is actually about 10 o'clock at night right now. So, I'm sorry for such bad lighting. I spent most of the day with Talon today. He was going to film a Throwback Thursday story with me, but he decided that he wants to video chat with his friend that he's going to be actually staying the night at his house tomorrow for his birthday. So I'm going to do this Throwback Thursday story a little different. I'm going to do a first impressions as I'm telling the story. So, this is an invigorating oxygen spa sheet mask. I got this for like $1 or something like that at Target. It was in one of my hauls. If I can figure out which one it is, I'll link it down in the description box below. So, but yeah, so let's get this on. It says to leave this on for 5 to 10 minutes. Alright. Yeah, so 5 to 10 minutes. I have no makeup on except for I have some eyeshadow and some mascara on right now. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to put this on. It smells like berries. Definitely smells like berries. So I gotta be careful because I tried using a sheet mask the other day and I completely tore it. Yeah. I was not happy. Get it on there. Just right. This might be kind of difficult to do and to talk at the same time. I guess I should have taken this part off first. Alright. I wish these had some way of staying on better. But they don't. Which kinda sucks. Alright. So, let's see here. What do we want to talk about? Today. I'm going to talk about what's been going on in my life for the last couple of years. So I had worked at Michael's for almost 4 years. I loved it there. I started off as floor person and slowly became person that did a little bit of everything. I'm gonna have to hold it like this because it's not very tight at all. I loved working there. I worked my way up. I started teaching there. I loved teaching. I was in charge of the kids' classes. I did a lot of the birthday parties and everything as well. I completely loved it. And I am not liking this. It doesn't stay on. But I loved working there. My store manager, she was like a second mom. I miss her so much. She ended up going to a different store, and we ended up getting a different manager, and everything just started to change. And I know every manager has a different way of doing everything, but I just was not happy there. There's been a lot of people that I've worked with there that were not happy with him. It was he wasn't a bad manager. It was just different from how we had been used to being treated. He was kind of short. He came into an atmosphere where we had already all had a bond and everything, and I know that can be rough and difficult, but at the same time, I was like, I need to either find something new or move on to a different store. And that's what ended up happening. Is there was a couple different management positions that opened up. One was going to be at our store, one was at another store, and then another was at the store that my manager that I previously had was at now. And I really wanted to get that one. I knew that it was going to be a longer drive. It wasn't going to be, I wouldn't be making as much money, even though there would be the pay increase, but with the drive, it just wasn't going to be, that much of a pay increase after gas. But I was willing to do that. One of the stores had ended up closing, and the district manager wanted somebody from that store that closed to get the position where I wanted to. I ended up getting the other management position that was not at my store, that was still at another store. And I was really excited about it. And I went there, and I just got treated with a lot of disrespect. People didn't respect me as a manager. They didn't respect me as an employee. There was somebody there that had only been there for a little bit and decided that, it wasn't fair that I got the position over her, because she just assumed that I was young and I was dumb and I didn't know what I was doing. She tried to destroy my career at the store, and I finally had it when I had a situation that was going on with my youngest son. It was really important that I be there for him, and I had to choose. Am I going to be there for my son during this traumatic experience in his life, or is my job more important? Which no job is more important than my children, and I will never allow my children to come second to any job that I ever have. So after Jeremy and I talked, I made the choice to leave, and it was a hard choice. I called the district manager and I told him, what was going on and everything like that. And he goes, well, if you want, we can transfer you to a different store. I said, no. I told him that there was other things that made me choose not to stay. I ended up going to see my old store manager, and I let her know what was going on, because she had recommended me and said, hire her. She is the right person for the job, and I am forever grateful for that. But it was time for me to move on from that job. I wasn't happy. I was coming home. I was crying every single night. I was coming home. I dreaded going to work. It was just, I was miserable. The pay was great. We were doing amazing here financially. It was just, the stress and the hurt and the anxiety I was having was not worth everything that I had to deal with. So I left. I didn't give a notice, which I know that's not right, but I had to do what I had to do for my son. My son needed me home right then. And I was pretty much put in a position where you're lying about what's going on with your son, and I was getting threatened in text messages by other managers. And I needed to focus on my children at the time and not my job. So I stayed home. I didn't work for a few months. And it was kind of rough. But I was there for my kids. And that's the most important thing, was me being there. Finally, when things started to settle down with my youngest son, I went and I looked for a job. And I wanted to be in sales, because I've always been in some type of management, sales, anything like that. I didn't want to work at a restaurant because I wanted something that I knew was going to give me a steady income. Being a server, you never know what you're going to make. You can make really good money one month and make really bad money the next, or each day it varies. So I found this job. It was Oberweis Dairy, and everything sounded great. I was excited. Jeremy told me after I left there, he was like, I didn't want to say anything, but it just sounded too good to be true. And it was. It ended up being really too good to be true. With that job, I ended up being able to work from home most of the time. I had to go to different events and sell dairy, and then my manager had told me that everything I was doing was completely wrong when that's what he told me what the job entailed. So after wasting money and doing all these trips and everything, I didn't get paid for what I was supposed to get paid for. So I ended up leaving there. I worked there for about almost a month, and only got one paycheck. And it was a $400 paycheck. So in a month, I made $400 when I was supposed to make, a few thousand. And I just was like, okay, this isn't right. I'm being taken advantage of. So I did some research, and I filled out, I want to say probably like 15 applications on a Thursday. By Friday, every single one had called and wanted interviews. I did a couple interviews. I went on a Saturday and did an interview at Art Van Furniture. And I got hired right on the spot. And I have been so lucky to have been given this opportunity to work for Art Van, because it has opened a lot of doors for me. I've met a lot of amazing people. I've gotten to do amazing things, and I absolutely love it. Okay, I'm taking this off. This is pissing me off. And that's after washing my face. So, I was very blessed to have the background that I had, that I was given all those interviews. I mean, it was pretty much, I had the pick of the litter. It was management jobs, it was retail jobs, it was sales, everything. And what I love about Art Van is that, yes, it is a commission job, but it is a draw commission. So I get paid for the time that I'm there, but I have to pay it back at the end of the month if I don't make enough to cover it, which I'm okay with. That means I'm still getting paid. It makes you work harder, because if you don't pay it back in so many months, you're like done. And so it's been one of the hardest jobs I've ever had, one of the most fun jobs that I've ever had, and one of the most rewarding jobs that I've had, besides teaching art classes to kids. That was amazing. But it's given me a whole new perspective. It's given me an opportunity to be home with the kids more, because I'm only working part-time, and being able to work part-time, I'm still making the same amount that I was working full-time, part-time. So, I mean, I could go and work full-time and we would be like, set. But I'm able to go back to school and get my license in esthetician so that I can have that in my back pocket. I'm able to do this. Like I said, I'm able to be here for my kids more. I'm able to have the life that I want to have. Eventually, we want to be able to go and travel and do different things, and that will come as the kids get older. So we'll be able to slowly save up to be able to do that. We're able to do a lot of different things. So, getting that management position and transferring to different stores and everything that happened last summer with Jackson, it was really, I believe wholeheartedly, everything happens for a reason. And I believe that it happened so that I could be here today, sitting in front of my computer, filming this video, letting you guys know a little bit about myself and where I come from and about my family. And, it's allowed me to be who I am right now. And had I never of taken that position, I would have been complacent at my old job, stocking the store, doing, just, I wasn't happy. I am happy now. I think I have been the most happy now than I have ever been. I have a man in my life that loves me. I have 2 amazing children. I have a home, and it is a piece of crap home, but we are slowly making it our own, slowly making it this wonderful home that we could hopefully spend next 5-10 years here, and eventually, we want to move out more towards the country so we can have animals and everything. But I'm able to follow my dreams because of the steps that I took a year ago. And it has been almost a year since I quit Michael's. And there's times where I miss that job so much. But like I said, I was not happy. I was coming home. I was crying all the time. I was having anxiety attacks. Jeremy and I were fighting all the time because I wasn't happy. And now I'm happy. Yes, we still fight. Yes, I still have anxiety. Yes, I'm still stressed. But am I where I was a year ago? No, I'm a lot happier. I'm doing the things that make me happy. I'm able to do the things that I love and follow my dreams. And at the end of the day, that's all it comes down to, is if you're happy and you're living the life that you want to live. So, if anything from tonight's video, just do what makes you happy. Live your life. Don't care what other people have to think. Take some advice, but don't do what doesn't make you happy. If you're going to come home crying and everything, ask for help. Have that support. I wouldn't have been able to quit my job and do what I did last year if it wasn't for the help and support of my parents, of my family, and of Jeremy, and most of all, my kids. I would never do anything to jeopardize them, and they said, you're not happy, Mom, be happy. And it brings me back to a letter that my grandma wrote me when she passed away. She knew I wasn't happy with the guy that I was with, and she told me not to marry him. She told me, be happy, Mija. Be happy. Be happy in life. Be happy in love. Just be happy. Well, Grandma, I'm happy. So thank you. Thank you to everybody who has supported me, who has been here for me, and who will continue to support me and be here for me. If you need anybody to talk to or anything, reach out, comment. We can private message. I can be there for you. I'm great at listening, and be more than happy to be somebody to support you, and thank you for supporting me. And I hope you subscribe and like this video and let me know exactly what you think. If you have any throwback stories that you are interested in knowing, maybe about how Jeremy and I met, I can, instead of doing a throwback Thursday, maybe I could do like a future Friday and talk about our wedding plans or anything like that. But just comment down below and let me know. Thank you and have a great night. Bye.